again. Back at it, back at it. Hey everyone, it's your girl Brianna Javon with Real Talk with Bree. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. I am excited, and I think this is more going to be a venting session for me on this episode. So you guys stick in there with me. Today I would like to talk about not being comfortable in a situation where it's a bad situation. Get out and run. I have been single for 4+ years, and my last relationship, that's when I decided that I'd rather be by myself than to be in a situation where I'm unhappy. I always tell my friends this all the time when we talk about, our relationship problems and issues, that God never sent us down here as far as his children to be unhappy. We do have our situations where we're unhappy with certain circumstances, but if you can change it, like I mentioned earlier, get out and run. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it's easier said than done with those type of situations. But I'm gonna just give you guys a little background story about me. Sorry, I'm gonna talk about a lot of different men at one time. So nobody can know exactly who I'm talking to unless you're close friends and family. But I've been in situations where I went out with a boyfriend at the time where he would talk to other females while I was at the club or at a party with him. I've been in a situation where an ex-boyfriend of mine came to my apartment with hickeys on his neck, and his excuse was this play friend of mine thought it would be funny to give me hickeys while we were at school and college, right? When I say, you guys, I have been so disrespected, I have been really, really disrespected in a relationship. Several relationships, to be honest. And I'm not gonna lie, certain times I did get comfortable, and I did have a rule, and I'm not going by that rule anymore. If you didn't get it together in a year, I was out. That's why I've never been in a relationship longer than a year, to be honest. But what's crazy is that as I look back at it now, they always thought that I was never going to leave because I was so comfortable, and they got comfortable with disrespecting me. And so I hated those relationships. I would go to sleep crying, like, how could they disrespect me? But on the other hand, when I would get mad, oh, Brianna, I'm so sorry, I love you, I won't do it again, blah, 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 blah. It sounds good, and it's sweet nothings. It doesn't mean anything. For the time being, they're doing everything that they can because they know that you're a good woman. And we have to do self-reflection. And I'm not just talking to the ladies, I'm talking to men as well, because men get hurt too in relationships. We don't deserve to be mistreated, especially if you give somebody your all. You want to be treated, you want to treat people the way you want to be treated. And so I'm not going to go in a relationship cheating on anybody because I don't want anybody to cheat on me. When I'm in a relationship, I give them my all. And it sucks when people drain that and they take advantage of that. I saw in a group, Talking Greasy, shout out to them, he had put as a question, why is it so bad to be friendly? And my response is, I want to know, because people that's so friendly get taken advantage of. And you would think that you would want somebody friendly to be on your side. But we're the ones that's getting mistreated the most because we're friendly. We're nice, we're sweet. I've gotten that before. You're just so sweet, bro. You're just so sweet. So why do you treat me so sour? I mean, like, why are you so rude? And I just never understand why, in relationships, why the cheating and the mistreatment happens. I will never understand that. Because if you're unhappy, just leave. Like if you seeing somebody else outside of the relationship, be with them. I mean, I'm not twisting an arm. I'm not breaking your neck. I'm not doing anything crazy for you to be with me. If you don't want to be with me, be out so we can both have peace. But anyway, I really want to focus on self-reflection. Some people get in relationships and they never heal from what that hurt was before they jump into something else. Um, I have friends and I love my friends to death, but they all have boyfriends or husbands or whatever the case may be, engaged, the next step. And I'm the only one out here just doing me. And I got a question like, Brianna, you should get you a man and this, and that. And I don't feel like it's my time. If it's my time for me to have a man, God would have placed a man in my life by now. But if it's not for me, then it's not for me. And so sometimes you just gotta sit, especially if you've been hurt multiple times, like I have. You have to not just blame it on that other party. You have to figure out what you did on the inside that you allow that other party to do it to you. You have to figure out within yourself if it was a low self-esteem situation or if you feel like that's all that you are worth. There's a lot of things that you have to sit and think and even meditate and pray to God to figure it out. Sit in the mirror, write it down, journal it. I've done a lot of things. I've sat in the bed and I've cried to figure out why I continue to get mistreated the way I get mistreated. And so, like I mentioned, y'all, on this episode, I'm venting because it's real life. People just jump into relationships, not even ready to be in a relationship. It just looks good. Because on Instagram, you see all these couples that are, traveling together or they're in business together that it looks like it's the good thing to do. But in real life, they only want to do it for the facade. They really don't want to be with the person on the inside. And so you have to be careful and mindful of who you be with and even who you lay with. I mean, if we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. You have to be mindful of all of those things. And so, like I mentioned, before you just jump into another relationship, once you get out of one, make sure you heal and understand why that didn't work. So you can see those signs and avoid them the next time it comes around. It won't be a slap in the face and you be like, oh my gosh, where did that come from? Why I didn't notice it before? Because you ignored it the first time, you ignored it the second time, you got comfortable again. And so this is just me speaking from my point of view. Some of you guys and gals may agree, and some of you guys may disagree. But it's your own opinion, and this is mine. And so I truly feel that, like Sierra did, you have to be purposeful when you're praying for a partner, and you have to pray specifics. I definitely agree with that. And you have to be patient. You have to be patient. Sometimes it's better to be alone. Like I can say, with being alone, I'm not distracted. I can do whatever I want to. I ain't gotta call and be like, oh, hey, I'm about to go here. Is that okay with you, babe? I don't have to worry about that. I can do my podcast. I can go to meetings. I can go to events and not have to worry about somebody thinking, oh, bro, you being too friendly talking to that fella when it's really just business and you messing up my money. So there's nothing wrong with you being by yourself, people. It is okay to be by yourself. Figure out who you are so you know your worth before you go into a relationship, because it's not a situation where you're half and he or she is half and y'all come together and be whole. No, you're a whole person by yourself. This person is a whole person by themselves, and you guys come together as a unit. You have to figure out who you are first. It's a situation where you can't find somebody to complete you. Well, let me not say that, because I know a lot of people say, oh yeah, you complete me. You have to be completed before you get into a situation. And that's just my opinion. I feel like you do. You need to, of course, you're going to have missing holes. Nobody is perfect. What I'm trying to say is, like, if you're a procrastinator, then have somebody that's going to, be time management that can help you with that as far as a balance. Don't come in Oh, I ain't got no money. Ooh, that was terrible grammar. But I don't have any money. So I'm looking for somebody that's going to help me pay my bills and take care of my kids. That's what I'm talking about. You can't have somebody, you can't look for that type of situation and feel like everything is going to go right. Yeah, we got some gold diggers, and yes, they have made a living and making things happen. No judgment here. But my thing is that people need to be careful on what they ask for, what they're looking for, so they can be headed towards the right direction if you're looking for something long term. If you're looking for something short term, by all means, do what you got to do. But where I'm at in life is that I'm being very careful. I'm looking at signs. I'm tired of being disrespected. I'm tired of being dogged at this point. I'm just being very purposeful and intentional on who I give my time to, um, who I'm dating, and just who I'm being around. And that's all type of relationships. You know, I want to be able to, I want to put out support and you support me. I want to call you like, hey, I got this idea, but I don't know if it's going to work, and you help me get through that. And the same thing, if you're going through something as far as your business or your life, I want you to feel like you can call me. Like, I want to be a shoulder and you be a shoulder for me. That's what I'm talking about. Just helping one another, grow with one another. I don't need to be dragging you and you dragging me, and we just tired of this relationship and we just get comfortable. That's my thing. And so that's why I'm telling you guys, don't jump from one thing to another. Learn from those experiences. Sit down, figure it out, what happened, so you can avoid stuff in the future. You know, nothing is going to be perfect. Sometimes you just got to ride the wave and figure it out as you go. But fool me once, fool me twice, that saying is real. You know, just be careful and pray about the vibes, pray about the energy that you bring in, because what you bring in is what's going to be in you. You know, people can drag out your energy. That's why I'm not praying when I was going to work. I used to pray, Lord, I pray that nobody take away my joy. Because I like energy. I like positive energy, because that's what I give people. So I want positive energy to come back into me. So with this being said, self-reflection, be positive about the energy that's around you. Sit and sometimes figure out those learning experiences so you can actually acknowledge it and learn from it, y'all. Other than that, be by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Take yourself to the movies. Take yourself to get something to drink. Take yourself to go get some dinner. It's cheaper to be by yourself too sometimes. I mean, yeah, men pay and women pay, but when it's solo dolo, you just pay by yourself and you worried about yourself. But that's it for me this time. Like I told y'all, there was a whole vent session. I was probably everywhere, but it's all good. Real talk with Bree. Thank y'all for tuning in.